Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Myself, retired Professor B.K. Chaudhary, Department of Library Information Science, Sambalpur University, Odisha. I will give a talk on module illustrative examples of cataloging of special materials and electronic resources according to ASR 2 1988 revision and 2002 edition. This module belongs to paper Knowledge Organizational Structure Cataloging. Introduction. The students need to have sufficient knowledge about the various rules and guidelines, how to describe the items of information to be incorporated in a very easy manner, and the students to satisfy the approach of the users searching the materials on common and popular access point. So, besides this, the module will also help you to know how to catalog such materials when appointed, when the products, when will passed out from master data library says, what will do, where will be appointed, there are ample scope. So, because why I insist you to go through the catalog non materials very carefully, very mindfully, because the organizations such like Doordarshan, All India Radio, software companies, museums, map libraries, manuscript libraries, Geological Survey of India and international libraries, they need the catalogers, the librarians who are expertise in cataloging these documents. So, it is highly necessary you must have a very thorough knowledge and be practice the examples which I will explain you now. The information about such type of special materials and its main entry have been prepared for you. So, what is the objective of this module? So, after listening from my talk, definitely you will have a very clear cut, very clear conception about the general view of cataloging practical of various types of special materials and including that of electronic resources. Also, you will understand what is the physical description of such materials, because each non material have got different physical description. So, that also you have to know. Then the nature of access point, because for determination of heading, the catalogue material is different from the manuscripts. Manuscript is different from motion picture video recording. So, that access point to determination of access point or choice of access point, that also to be very carefully listen from me and try to practice at your home. Then appropriate punctuation, you must use appropriate punctuation marks, not haphazardly, not unsystematically, so that you will have a clear cut idea about when you will start the new information, when it will end, and after giving punctuation marks, the new item of information start. So, to begin with, first let me start with cartography materials. As I told you, cartography materials consist of atlas, map and globe. So, I am giving you only one example, because it is not possible to give you all the examples. So, I am giving you one example, and I will tell you what is the I have copied out from the title page. What are the information I have given about maps, then how main entry has been prepared, that also I will show you, and I will also clarify about each information, and I will also discuss about that. Well, for this above cartoon material, one material is there, National Economic Development Atlas of Bangladesh. So, the title is National Economic Development Atlas of Bangladesh. What is its scale? Because when you see a map or atlas, scale is given. Scale means 1,000 to 7,000, that is the scale. What is the size of atlas? 6 to 8 cm. It is mentioned there in the item itself. It is a set of 10 maps. So, when 10 maps were stitched together or bound together, it is called an atlas. What it shows is showing communication, political and annual rainfall, temperature and rivers of Bangladesh. And who has published it? It is published by Geological Survey of Bangladesh, Dhaka. It was published in 2006. What other information also it is given there? because it is not possible to give the item here. So, so I have given the information given in atlas for your better understanding. So, other information, all maps in atlas are colored, there are colored maps, and some are folded. It consists of 6 Roman pages and 24 pages. Now let me explain you which I have prepared the main entry for your better understanding. So, by sitting in your home, by practicing the what is the information and how it has been prepared the main entry, it will be very helpful to you. Well, so for the above document atlas, it has been entered in National Economic Development Atlas of Bangladesh. It is entered whom? Where? Under whom? It is prepared under the title, because no cartographer is there, no person is responsible for that. So, you prepare the main entry under title. Then bring GMD in this square bracket. I have told you GMD means General Material Designation. So, here what is GMD? Map. Then just immediately after that you give a full stop, comma, space, that is function mark, give scale. What is the scale? You give there. Then who is the publisher? Bring the publisher, Surveyor General of Bangladesh. Then comes the Dhaka, then 2006. Then what is the physical description? One atlas within bracket you give 6 pages, 6 Roman pages there, 24 pages there, and there are 10 color maps. And it is mentioned in that information that some are folded. So, you have to write some folded. And what is the size? You bring size after giving semicolon 60 into 80 cm as given there. Then note section. What you will write in the note? It is a set of 10 political, annual rainfall, temperature and rivers. So, in this set these are the informations given. So, this is in the note section. Then what is the subject of that map? What will be subject? Subject is Bangladesh. Then if you write Bangladesh, it is not clear, it is not fulfilled. You have to bring the atlas. It is an atlas of Bangladesh. So, Bangladesh hyphen atlas. I think you must have understood this. Then comes the manuscript. So, I am just reading out the manuscript, the information about the manuscript which I have collected. It is what? A handwritten manuscript work. The title of the manuscript work is Shesh Dekha. It is in Bengali. Shesh Dekha means last meeting or last look, whatever you say, was written by Pradeep Ghosh in Bengali language in the form of poem. So, it is a poem. Where he has written? At Newark in April 1959. Then the manuscript, what is MS? MS means manuscript. The MS work consists of 18 leaves, palm leaves, and folded to 8 into 12 cm, written in author's own handwriting. He has written himself. It contains illustrations of open sketches on the top of each leaf. So, on the top of each leaf some illustrations are there. And furthermore, what happens? The manuscript is accompanied, means it is accompanied, it is accompanied by a typewritten copy. Also, one typewritten copy is also given here in 8 leaves, as well as a personal letter from the author addressed to his daughter. A letter also given to his daughter, to whom the poem is dedicated. So, what is the height of that? Height means height is 25 cm. The manuscript work was printed, later on was printed and published in 1963 in Adhunik Kavita, modern poetry. If you translate it to English, it is called modern poetry. Adhunik Kavita, volume, number, pages he has given. So now point arises how to make main entry, how to make catalog main entry for that manuscript. So, as I told you in the theory part in module 1, so in the manuscript, who has written the manuscript? He is the creator. So, main entry will be under him. So, very rightly I have written Ghosh, Pradeep. Then comes the title. Title is Shesh Dekha. It is a manuscript is written. Again statement of responsibility. I have again repeated name of Pradeep Ghosh. Then what is the place? Which area, which year it has been written. So, 1959 as given I have entered here. So, in the physical description, 18 leaves colon il means illustrations semicolon 25 cm, that is size, folded to 8 and 12 cm. What do you mean by holograph? Because the author has written the manuscript himself. So, when the author has written the manuscript in the AS2 code, it is written that you have to write a holograph. Then comes whether it is a poem or a novel or what. So, it is a poem, so you write poem. So, these are given in the manuscript code. So, then it is written in Bengali. If it is in Hindi, you write in Hindi. If it is in English, write in English. So, in Bengali. At the end, new work. Published in Adhunik Kavita, volume 36 as given there. So, accompanied by a text typewritten copy 18 leaves as well as a personal letter to daughter Bengali from a. So, this is the notes. So, these are all the notes, note section it has been given. So, you must read thoroughly the theory part which I have given in module 1 for easy cataloging of the manuscripts. Then comes the next one is music. How you will catalog the music? Although already I have talked, I have explained the theory part, but practical part is different, which needs a lot of practice. So, take for one example, Farewell My Friend. It is the title of, it is a musical play. Who has given the music? Music by John Smith. Who has written the lyrics? Lyrics by Stuart Lewis. The original book is by Tom Liver and Jack Rogot. Two authors' name I have given. So, where it is published? New York. Who published? Universal Books. Where? 1962. What are the other information? It is a vocal score and libretto based on Eternal Friendship by Alan Davidson. The size of the text is 24 cm, contains so many pages with illustrations. Now, question arises how to make the main entry. So, very simple. John, you have to prepare under Smith, John, because he is responsible. Then you will write the title. Just after title, GMD. GMD is music by John Smith. Then you write who has written the lyrics. Who has written? Lyrics by Stuart Lewis. Then who has written the book? Book by Tony Lever and Jack Rogot. Where? New York. Then Universal Books, 1962. Then what is the physical distribution? 66 pages, colon illustrations, ILL stands for illustrations, then size 24 cm. Then the note section, it is a vocal score. What is written there? You just write that libretto based on Eternal Friendship. Then this is called the tracing. First is Lever, Tony. Number 2, Roger, Jack, because they are also responsible for this. Sound recording. So, now I have already talked to you regarding category material and manuscript and music. Now comes the sound recording. It is also little bit different in physical description basically. So, be careful, be mindful while writing the physical description, because it differs from one non-material to another material. So, the question is like this, Forget Me Not is a sound recording produced by David Smith, manufactured by Atlanta Records, New York, and distributed by Global Records in 1987. It has two sides and the diameter of disc is 7 inches. And what is the duration? What is the playing time? 45 minutes. And what is the playing speed? 33 1/3 RPM. What is RPM? Revolution per minute. If you have seen the old sound recordings, it is revolves like that. Old sound recordings. It provides full stereo sound on a stereo player. So, from the title of the container, it appears that it is based on a love story by Franklin James, which is later on dramatically presented. So, it is dramatically presented by our girlfriend. So, he is also somewhat have contribution for this. The sound recording is also available as cassettes. So, the sound recording also distributed, also available in the market as cassette. So, what is the main entry? You just listen very carefully. Forget Me Not, that is the sound recording GMD. Then slash, who has produced it? So, producer has got importance. So, produced by David Smith. Then comes the place, then the then the publisher, then distributor, who has distributed, then the year. So, everything you have written there. Then comes the physical description. In physical description, what you write? One sound disc. So, what is the duration? 43 minutes it is given. Then bring colon. What is the RPM? Revolving time 33 1/3 RPM. Oh, it is stereo. Then the dimension is 7 inches. Then also it is written in that description part is recorded on both sides. So, you have to also write there in the note section, recorded on both sides. Also it is given that it is also available as cassette. So, also you write available as cassette, so that it will be helpful for the readers. Then last is the summary. So, what is the summary of the sound recording? Summary of sound recording is, it is based on an episode from the love story by Franklin James, which is again dramatically presented by our girlfriend. So, tracing comes, under whom we will prepare the added entry. So, added entry you must prepare one Smith, David, and another from James Franklin, because they are also the contributors. Then comes very interesting motion picture and video recording. Motion picture and video recording. As you must all are quite aware that when you are going to bring a video recording or CD on some picture from that shop, what you are asking? What is your popular term on the top of the tongue? By what you are asking? You give me that. What you are asking? Whether you are asking about the hero's name, heroine's name, music director or producer or director, all the title. So, you will be agree with me that title is the very popular approach of the users to bring a CD on a particular either a film or a serial or anything. So, title is the most important thing. You keep it in mind very. So, when choice of accessment will come, either 90% cases you prepare the main entry under the title, and in some other cases prepare the main entry under corporate body. So, here I have given you an example. What is that example? The 3-dimensional technical film. It is a 3-dimensional technical film. What is the title? The Wreckage of Ship was produced and sponsored by Paramount Pictures, where in New York in 1970, and was distributed and released by Universal Films Corporation in 1971. What is the physical description? They have given. What is it? Is with sound is there. Then screening time 80 minutes for 3 reels. What is the width of the film? 35 mm. Total length of the film 7,100 feet. Now, let me discuss, or let me talk, or let me explain how the main entry will be prepared. I have prepared it, just I am explaining it. So, still in that video recording and that motion picture, still some informations are there which the cataloger has given. So, also I have also noted down those information. What are the information? It is written, again it is written, the film is in black and white with colored sequence. But basically it is a black and white, but some sequences there it is colored. Another version of the 16 mm film was issued only in black and white. Other than English version, in French and Russian were also issued, because basically it is a English movie, but it is translated to French and Russian. That also they have mentioned. So, cast, who is the hero, heroine, it is written. Credits means who is the director. Director also credit, who has taken the photographer, music director and film actor also name given. Then summary given. What is the summary? Shows the destruction of a ship by a cyclone in Pacific Sea. So, these are the information. Now, I will show you how I have prepared the main entry. The main entry is here, as I told you repeatedly, that title is the most important. So, very rightly I have prepared the main entry under title. What is the title? Wreckage of Ship. Then I brought the motion picture, that is GMD, immediately gave a slash, because producer has got also most important contribution. Immediately, according to rule of ASA 2, I have written produced and sponsored. He has produced and he has sponsored by Paramount Pictures. then always bring the director, because producer or director, it seems that they are playing a great role. So, I have given the director name, then where it is released, who was prepared it, University of Microform, where, in which year, 1971. Then as usual, you be mindful and very careful, physical description. So, in physical description here is a little bit different, 3 film reels, then bracket you have to give the duration. The duration of reels is 80 minutes, min dot, then sound is there, colored is there, so I have written colored, with black and W sequences you have to write. Then brings the 35 mm, that is the dimension, here dimension is 35 millimeter. Also it is mentioned that it is in French and Russian, I have written in French and Russian. Then I have told you in note section, since these are not given in the main entry part, but they are having also some contribution, some little important role for that motion picture. So, cast as per the rules of ASR 2 in the chapter 7. So, cast I have given. What are the cast given? What are the credits? Music, first will come music systematically one after another. After music, photograph will come, then editor will come. Then it is distributed and released in 1971. One information has been given. So, it has been given here. And it is a Technicolor film. It is in Technicolor, 3-dimensional film. Also issued with 16 mm with black and W. Black and W means black and white. So, perhaps you will have I have given a very broad example with a lot of information for motion picture video recording. Now please come to graphic materials. What is graphic material? Already I have discussed with you in module 1. So, I am giving, because this is a module of giving illustrative examples. So, I am giving the information about that and I am explaining how the main entry is prepared. So, the one of the example I have taken, the blackboard operation is a film strip produced by National Commission on Education. So, National Commission on Education has prepared this film strip. Blackboard operation means in all the villages, nobody should be illiterate, everybody should be learned. So, this blackboard operation was launched by National Commission on Education by Government of India. In India, so also in Colombo, in Sri Lanka, they have also launched one blackboard operation. So, this is a film strip by National Commission on Education of Colombo in 2004. It has 2 reels containing 34 frames with 6 title frames colored with soundtrack. The width of the film is 35 mm. It is also accompanied with a teacher's guide. It describes the steps taken to make literate the citizens irrespective of age in Sri Lanka. So, this is the summary of that film strip. Then I am coming to the main entry. So, how you will prepare the main entry? Very simple, because there is nobody has taken the responsibility. So, title is there. So, title is the blackboard operation. What it is? It is a film strip. If you will not write film strip or any GMD, readers will be misguided. They will think that it is a book. So, when they will search a book in the cell by wasting a lot of time, it is not there, because it is a non-book material. Its arrangement is somewhere. So, produced by National Commission of Education, Colombo. SN, why I have written SN? No publisher name is given. So, sine name means no name of publisher. So, I have written SN within square bracket. Then year of publication. Then physical description, 2 reels. So, 2 reels you have to give the frames within the bracket, 36 frame FR you have to write, dot 6 title frame, FR stands for frame, then bracket ends, then give colon, SD means sound, give semicolon usual 35 mm plus 1 teacher's guide, that is the accompanying material. I have told you many times, you must bring plus, then bring. Then summary. What is the summary of this film strip? It describes the steps taken to make literate the citizens irrespective of any age, either is small or is 60 years old in Sri Lanka. So, one added is prepared under National Commission on Education, because somebody may make a query. Now, regarding three-dimensional artifact and relia, I am just giving one example. So, the example is like this: Sri Ram Navami scene. Who has done this? Joy Hanuman Lithograph Company. They have made it in in that year. Where it is done? It is in Lucknow. So, what is the physical description they have given? One colored diorama of various pieces made of plywood contained in a box of 34 into 24 into 16 cm. So, it is contained in a big box, and it includes what it includes? The figures of Sri Ram, Lakshman, Sita and Hanuman. So, this is the information about that lithograph. So, how I prepared the main entry? You just look very carefully. So, I have prepared the main entry under the title. What is the title? Sri Ram Navami scene. It is a diorama. So, I have given in the square bracket diorama. Where it is done? In Lucknow. Then I have brought who has done it? Joy Hanuman Lithograph Company. Then here I have written. Then comes the physical description. Very simple. One diorama. They have given various pieces. So, I have written within bracket various pieces. It is made up of what? It is made up of plywood. So, it is just colored. So, it contains in a box. So, you have to give the size of the box. So, I have given 34 into 24 into 16 cm. In the note section they have given what it includes, what it contains. It includes the figures colon Sri Ram, Lakshman, Sita and Hanuman. So, perhaps do you understand this? Then comes the microfilm. As I told you, microfilm, microfiche, microcard, everything is there. I have already discussed in module 1. So, microform. So, I just listen this example. Microfiche of 15th proceedings of seminar on pollution control and deforestation was held in 2001 at Newark State University, New York. The seminar proceedings was edited by Jack Edwards and published by New York State University. What the note it is found there? Total number of microfiches are 2. It is a negative copy having sizes 12 into 16 cm and 14 into 17 cm. Then you just mark how I prepared the main entry. So, it is a seminar. So, you must have done in your printed materials the name of seminar, the name of conference will come first. So like that, according to the rule, I have prepared the name of that seminar. So, what is that seminar? Seminar on pollution control and deforestation. Then, as in the printed book, if you have remembered correctly, so what is the number? I have given number 5th. When? 2001. Where it has done? New York State University bracket ends. So, this is the format of this seminar conference proceedings. You must have known, well aware of this. Then comes the title. Title, you do not repeat proceedings of seminar on pollution control deforestation. You do not repeat, because the title is already there on the heading section. So, only you write proceedings in such cases. Then it is a microform, you have written microform. Then who has edited it? It is edited by Jack Edwards. Then where published, where published, then who published it? State University. When? 2001. Then I have given the physical description. What is the physical description? 2 microfiches. It is written negative. So, I have given colon negative. Then the size, give a semicolon, 12 into 16 cm and 12 into 16 cm. No. One, and another is 14 into 17 cm. Then you prepare added entry under Edwards, Jack, and another supplementary entry under the name of the title. So, come to the electronic resources. So, electronic resources, the example is like this. This example means this is the information collected. So, the title is solar energy. Who was designed and conceived? It is designed and conceived by Tom Smith. The electronic data consists of one file having 300 records and 1,45,000 bytes. Then comes where it is published, London, then Acronsoft, then when 2010. So, what are the other physical details also they have given? One colored computer optical disc, and the dimension is 4 3/4 inch, and it is accompanied by one user's guide and one e-book. So, these are the two materials are accompanied with this computer optical disc. So, that it is easy for the cataloger to read this guide and e-book and get some information. So, what is the note they have given? It is restricted to scholarly use. However, the library set lacks disk number 9. In the library, they have not possessed disk number 9. So, what will be the main entry? So, because the person who was conceived, who was developed, I have prepared the main entry under whom according to the rule. So, Smith, Tom, surname will come first, followed by forename. It is usual rule. So, then I have written the title. What is title? Then what is the GMD? What does it? It is a electron resource. So, I have written electron resources. Then designed and conceived by Ian Smith. This is the statement of responsibility. You are quite aware of this. Then comes then immediately that file structure is there. If you remember correctly, when I taught electronic resources theoretical in module 1, you must have remembered it. So, electron data, you have to write one file colon 300 records, comma how many bytes? 145000 bytes, 1,40,000 bytes. Where it is published? London, Aeronosoft, and in 2010 in that year. Then what is the physical description? As it is obvious from that information, one computer optical disc that they have given, I have written according to ASR2 rule, then given a color, that is a call, then semicolon 4 into 3 inches, then accompanying material as usual. By giving plus, I have brought one user's guide plus one e-book. Then the note section begins, because these are the important notes you have to give for the betterment, for the guidance, for the better information of the users. It is a must. So, the library set lacks disk 9. Disk 9 is not possessed by the library. So, you have to clearly mention, because otherwise the students will search disk 9. It is not there. So, if you will write there, he will be free of misguide. Yes. Then restricted to scholarly use, that is second note. Then you can prepare another added entry under solar energy, because some students may come with solar energy. So, I have prepared one added entry under title.